Yo, what's up guys, Ireland here, and I'm bringing you some Shaman gameplay. Alright, this is live. Usually do commentaries. Last couple videos have been commentaries, but I decided to do this live because I want to talk about Shamans and WoD. Now, I played Shaman, how long? I played Shaman in Kata, did some raiding in Kata as Shaman. Did some in WoD before, sorry, Wrath, before I got hacked and had to make another account, which is my second one, of course. And so, basically, I played a decent amount of Shaman, and I like it. But I also hate what Shamans become, I guess. Not only PvP, rest of Shamans, I think we can talk about that later. They're pretty bad. You know, I think they need more, like, defenses and stuff, but we won't talk about that in that sense. What we'll talk about today is PvE Shamans and how I like them and how I think how they can make them better in Legion. Just a WoD discussion. Now, my main concern really is that this class has become boring. A lot of people have said that for a long time, that the class has become boring. Let's just put the Riptides on him, put Healing Rain up. I should have done this in post-commentary, but you know what? Fuck it. We're just going to do this live. Basically, the class has become pretty boring. I'm not going to lie here. I sit here and tell you this class is fun as hell, because literally you're pressing 2 heals sometimes, and I gotta put a Earth Shield on someone before they die. This guy's standing and shit. Okay. Alright. Just get yourself killed, buddy. I think we pulled without people being here. That's nice. Anyway, so I think the class is pretty boring from it. It's original tides. Get it, tides. Anyway, that's a play on words. Basically, the original function of a shaman was to basically be cool with like Wind Fury Totem and stuff, and you'd be able to attack more and like, you know, do more things with the shaman. The totems were actually a fun part of shaman back in the day. Now it's you have a couple of totems. You have Grounding Totem, which is the one I just pressed there. This totem, which is pretty useless, Earthbind Totem, because everything's immune to it in a raid setting. Cap Totem, which everything's immune to stuns, pretty boring. You know, I'm pressing these, by the way, if you can't see on my little bars there. Here, I'm gonna try and top this guy off. Anyway, so, and you have your typical Healing Stream Totem and Healing Tide. I'm not gonna press those just yet. I already pressed my Healing Tide, or Healing Stream Totem, because it's one of your basic rotations as a Shaman, as the rest of Shaman. And the Healing Tide Totem. Healing Tide Totem is fucking amazing. I love the mechanic of Healing Tide Totem. It saves your streams, or not streams, sorry, saves your raids ass a lot, and I mean a lot. Basically, the Shaman has turned into the 2 heals here. You got Healing Surge and Healing Wave. And I remember the time where Greeting Healing Wave and Lesser Greeting Healing Wave, or Lesser Healing Wave I think it was a thing. And I like that because it gave you a choice between the 2 mana spenders, basically. See this guy up the full. I'm top healing and I literally have shit gear. I think I just got my 680 ring on my Shaman. I barely played any Shaman this expansion. I have some pretty shit gear too. Like you can see, pretty bad gear from start of the expansion. But as you can see, I'm enjoying the hell out of the Shaman 2. I'm being kind of a hypocrite here. I like it in the same sense, but it's more boring. Does that make sense? I don't know. Oh, another totem, Link Totem, basically. It's actually really cool. I love this totem. It saves your raid a lot. And Shamans actually have a lot of spots in a raid setting because of how great they just mesh with other classes. Say like and you have Bloodlust, of course. Bloodlust is sick as hell. Always love Bloodlust. I'm just gonna Bloodlust because fuck it, I don't even care. This video's only gonna be this boss fight long anyway, because I'm only talking really short, because you know, you don't have a YouTube partnership, you can't do longer than 15 minutes. So the Shaman and WoD, basically it's summed up into Unleash Life, Riptide, and basically just Healing Wave. Healing Wave. Oh, and if raid damage is high, do this. Oh, okay, everybody's taking damage, do this. Basically, that's what Shaman is now. And that's kind of boring. I think they should put more emphasis into it. Like, I know there's like Healing Rain and shit, like this. And you know, I know it was a waste of Hot Tide, but I just had to demonstrate it because there's really no parts of this fight where you take a lot of damage. This fight's actually pretty boring. On LFR, that is. Mythic and Heroic and stuff like that, I think it's alright. It's a first fight in the raid though, so it has to be easy, technically, because, you know, it's how people build up and stuff. And so, basically, I like the fact that the old Shaman had more diversity, you know what I mean? Like, there was more waves you could use, different ways to spend mana, and like every class used to have this. They said they wanted to make WoD more like mana dependent, like, I mean, less mana dependent. I mean, this guy's not putting the Berserker Rush inside the flame. I don't know what he's doing. Okay, I'm just gonna give him great big ass heal, and I love the Shaman for this also too. Right now is that you can actually give people huge ass fucking heals. I love that fact about Shaman right now too. It's actually awesome. You could just unleash life and healing surge someone for 80k even without any gear. I should really get some mouse over macros for that. And so, oh, also you got Ascendance, which is like the most badass ability in the game, like alongside Avenging Wrath, basically. You know how cool it is. Basically, you turn into like this elemental lord, basically like healing people for like thousands of damage, and it's fucking awesome. But other than that, the class, in my opinion, is pretty fucking boring. And I think a lot of YouTubers, I've watched a lot of YouTubers talk about Shamans and how boring they are, like Preach and stuff like that. And he says that back in MoB, they were one of the more boring healers because they, you know, they don't have a lot of like flavor to them, and like their visuals suck ass. You know, Lava Burst looks cooler than any Shaman heal that this game has, except for Healing Ray. Healing Ray's pretty cool. And Chain Heal's always been awesome, but the Watery is better. You have to get a glyph to make it look cool because, you know, this is how it is. But Riptide's basically just like a fucking like little spring coming on you, and Healing Surge is basically just casting water onto someone. You know, if they can make it cool, like I had a thought the other day, like where they could actually make it, prior to making this video, I had a thought where they can make it to like, you know, tidal waves. As this, you see here, tidal waves actually had like a spell effect on your Shaman when you were doing it. Pretty fucking awesome. Where basically the Shaman had like a little like wave of like water around him or her, right? And it'd be pretty fucking awesome to see that kind of I don't know, like mechanic. Like just make it more visually fun, because you have other healing classes with like, you know, priests that have like bubbles and stuff, and those look fucking awesome when you put them on someone. And you know, druids with their tranquilities that look pretty awesome. You know, Shaman just basically, I don't know, they're not the only healer that's boring as hell. I will say that. I also agree that, you know, druids are really boring too, and that's probably another class I'll do another video on. You know, this is just a basic opinion. This isn't like an advanced player, oh, I'm the best Shaman in the world rating with method. You know, I'm the best in the world at it. I'm just saying that, like, as a class, Shaman is pretty boring right now, and they should flavor it up, because literally all I'm doing right now is just chain healing. And this is LFR though. This isn't like a you know, a big opinion, because, you know, I'm not really good at Shaman, actually. I love to play it though when I have the chance to, and I just got a piece of gear. Is that better than mine? No, of course I have the 700 piece from that weekend. So ending notes, basically I feel like they could do more with the Shaman class next expansion. Like, give it more visuals, give it more things to do, I guess. Be a better like raid-wide healer. I don't know. I've always had this thought that Shaman, you know, precept bubbles, basically. Precept bubbles, or absorbs, sorry. Mistweavers have a bunch of like big ass healing crit cooldowns, like a lot of them. Druids have Tranquility, just amazing. Heart of the Wild with Wild Growth, best thing fucking that's ever existed in the game. And yeah, so I feel as if Shaman should, you know, get some, you know, some buffs, not buffs obviously, but like more flavor to the class. Like oh, that looks fucking awesome. Does it not look awesome? If you think that doesn't look awesome, then you're an idiot. But like more stuff like that. You know, right now I'm putting down a healing stream totem right here. Well, I say air totem. I have the glyph here, right here, and basically healing the entire raid. It's basically doing my job for me. Basically, I'm not doing really anything. But I also love this visual right here, linking people. It's fucking awesome. Another great addition they did. I think that was Kata. That wasn't Wrath. No, it was not Wrath. It was Kata. They introduced that totem. But they took a lot of totems out, and I feel as if they bring more totems back, I think more Shamans would like it than more Shamans hating it. Because Wind Fury was an amazing mechanic. You place it down. Oh, and what was that? Stormlash Totem. Stormlash Totem was awesome. Put it down, and your entire raid does like more DPS, and that's an amazing thing. Oh, we need to do a lot of DPS in this phase. It's a certain phase that needs a lot of DPS to happen. Okay, let me put down Stormlash Totem. You do a lot more DPS. You know, that's awesome. That's just a way to, you know, bring more Shamans to the table instead of just, you know, putting less. Also, having Bloodlust like this, right? I think the raid's gonna be pissed at me, but I don't really give a shit, to be honest. But that's another way to do it. Too is, you know, bring Shamans back to the table, I think. Is there a lot of Shamans that are actually in high-end raiding guilds? I don't know. And make Grounding Totem more fun. Like, placing it down and everybody just gets one freebie of off damage. It should be like in PvE, like 5 at least, 5 less damage hits. I don't know. Maybe that's broken. But like, you know what I mean? Like, you understand what I mean here. Like, make it more visually imperative, not imperative, visually more awesome. Like, you know, how Lava Burst looks. Like, I'm casting a fucking Lava Burst. That's badass. And I'm casting Chain Heal right now, which is awesome too, and I'm split away from the group. I know I shouldn't be doing that, actually. I'm in total noob right now. Someone just asked me to come to Mass, and no, I don't think so. Anyway, I'll answer that after this. Okay. So I'm just chilling here, watch, and you know, just spamming the chain heals. Also, people have said that Shamans have just gone down the chain heal route too, and I actually agree with that a lot. Healing ring and chain heal, and that is a big thing. And I said after the first boss I'd end this video, but honestly, I have way more to talk about Shaman. Shaman is an amazing healer. It's fantastic. I love playing it. It's just throwing the totems down, but I feel as if they could do way more with this class. That's what my videos trying to get across. And I'm that type of person who rant about stupid shit and not get across anything, but I like to think that people would like to hear my opinion on certain things in classes, right? It's awesome. It's just awesome to talk about like my feelings for a class and what they could do, you know. Instead of turning them into chain heal bots like they were back then, they still are now, technically. Doing this, watch. Okay, Spearwalker's Grace, awesome mechanic. I can run a cast like this and just heal crazy amounts of damage. Like that's a lot of fucking damage just from like one chain heal actually. And do that, bam, look, my entire raid is not gonna die at all. If they die, then well they suck at mitigating damage, right?